Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. It's Monday, President's Day in the United States. The markets were closed. This video is for trading Monday night through Tuesday, but I just thought I wanted to show something to you. The Dow Jones Transportation Average is deemed the leader of U.S. indices, and that is not every day, and you must know when to consider that moment. But when the moment strikes, you've got to know that it's coming. Dow Transportation Average right now is at a do or die moment. Look from all the way back here at how well this average keeps the Dow in check, the Transportation Average. Again, all through here, then again here, and here, right? Just keeps keeping it in check and keeping it in check. And now we are here. And that is a do or die moment for us. If it goes, it's probably going to take some of the indices, if not all of them, with it. Now, transportation average moving lower, not the best thing that we could expect or want for several reasons. When you've got the S&P trying to make all-time new highs, the transportation average I'm looking at in two different ways. But what you've got going on right now is not only is the transportation average going down, but the other two things are you've got crude breaking up to $80 per barrel, and you've got bonds, the bond futures have been dropping, which raises interest rates. You've got interest rates going up, you've got crude going up, you've got the Dow Transportation Average starting to lead down, and we got to see what's going to happen, right? So we are at a do or die moment, if you ask me. Now, during the week, of course, I'll show you more charts and show you the bonds and I'll show you crude. But here's what's important tonight, the transportation average. Let me show it to you in another light. Now, I've got my OMNI, the traders in my live trading room. We're together 24 hours a day at livewithoscar.com, right? I have shown this to them so they understand that I had this mapped out and they've seen it. So now I'm going to show it to you. Not only is the transportation average having trouble at that average for the first time in a while, but it's at a serious trend line right here. It's below that average, which doesn't help anybody. It's at a serious trend line right here, and you've got something different. Yes, it's a do or die moment, but here's what I wanted to show you that my OMNIACs know about. I've run into a cycle, which I've been counting and going back for a long, long time, and that cycle is, I call it an OMNI cycle, OMNI. It's the OMNI cycle. So, okay, forget it. Let me just explain something to you. I noticed it, and it started here, and I said, if I am right, the new cycle should begin here. It started with an O. The new cycle should begin on the M, OMNI. So, it literally started right there on that day. I mean, it cracked, opened lower, and just went. So I went, oh my goodness, is that actually working? So the O is in place, the M is in place, the cycle has started, and it tells me we should drop for more time, more days than we have already. So I don't know exactly where the N or the I belongs yet. This is the first time I'm allowing this cycle to be seen. When we drop down to N and it tells me N is in, then we know N is in, and we will go looking for I if that's what comes next, or I down here. So these guys are just on the chart. We don't know where the other two letters of the acronym OMNI belong yet. But the O and the M have been met on this new cycle, meaning we should drop lower. Add that to what I just told you, and that's a caution sign for trading on Tuesday. So for trading on Tuesday, that is February 20th, 2024, we've got a caution flag being waved, and I think we should heed that caution and see what happens next. So that's for trading on Tuesday. Remember, this is a very risky game. If you are going to trade, make sure you put your stops in, put them in first. Never trade without them. Now, the Omni's got its eye on other markets that it wants to trade on Tuesday, but it probably will stay out of the indices and let this transpire. This is literally a do or die moment. I know I've said it many times, but it is, kids. So let that transpire. There's many of other markets that we can go choose from, and we'll come back to these indices after Tuesday is set in. So make sure you join me at livewithoscar.com. Make sure you keep an eye out for the transportation average dropping. And we will certainly look at some other markets to trade. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to keep your emotions out of trading. Kids, how do you do that? Put your stops in first. Then say this to yourselves over and over again, especially when you are in a trade. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, I will let you know how this new Omni cycle pans out.